Many of you come here seeking a change in your circumstances, a transformation in your experience of life. You desire new blessings, greater abundance, deeper love, vibrant health, or perhaps a fuller expression of your talents and gifts. I tell you with absolute conviction that these desires are not merely wishful thinking. They are the whispers of your divine nature calling you to claim what is already yours. Let us begin by understanding what transformation truly means. Transformation is not merely an outward change of circumstances. It is fundamentally a change in consciousness. When your consciousness is transformed, your world must follow. For the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner assumptions. In the book of Romans it is written, "Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." This is the secret of all genuine transformation. The renewal of your mind, your consciousness, is the prerequisite for the renewal of your life experience. Tonight I want you to grasp this truth. God is not outside of you working to change your circumstances. God is your own wonderful human imagination, and He works from you, not to you. You are for you. The power that transforms your life is already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. When I speak of God leading you into new blessings, I am referring to the movement of your own divine imagination as it guides you toward the fulfillment of your desires. Your imagination is God in action. It is the creative power through which all things are made possible. Let me share with you a principle that, once understood and applied, will accelerate your transformation more than any other. It is this: you must assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. You must enter, in imagination, into the state of consciousness that would be yours if your desire were already realized. If you desire wealth, you must feel wealthy now. If you desire health, you must feel healthy now. If you desire love, you must feel loved now. The feeling is the secret. The feeling, when persisted in, will harden into fact. I remember a lady who attended my lectures in New York. She came to me in desperation, having lost her job, depleted her savings, and faced eviction from her apartment. She told me she needed a miracle within 30 days. I instructed her to imagine each night before sleep that she was in her own apartment, secure and at peace, with more than enough money to meet her needs. I told her to make this imaginal act so real that it would have the tones of reality. She was to feel the relief, the security, the gratitude that would be hers if her problems were solved. She was faithful to this instruction, and before the 30 days had elapsed, she received an unexpected inheritance from a relative she barely knew. The sum was more than sufficient to secure her home and establish a foundation for future abundance. Was this a coincidence? I tell you, there is no such thing as coincidence. There is only the working of law. She had impressed her subconscious mind with a new concept of herself, and her outer world reshaped itself to match this inner conviction. This season of transformation that you have entered is governed by immutable spiritual laws. The first of these laws is the law of consciousness. Your consciousness is the sole cause of your experience. Nothing comes to you except what comes through you, through your consciousness. Many of you believe that your circumstances are caused by factors outside yourself, the economy, other people, past events, or even fate. But I tell you, these are only the effects, never the cause. The sole cause of the phenomena of life is consciousness. Change your consciousness of yourself and your world, and you change your world. The second law governing your transformation is the law of assumption. Whatever state you assume, consciously or unconsciously, that you will express, and whatever state you express, that you will become. Therefore, to transform your life, you must assume the state of consciousness that would be yours if you are already the person you wish to be, having the things you desire to have. This is not pretense or make-believe. This is the creative use of your imagination to impress upon your subconscious mind a new concept of yourself. Your subconscious does not argue or question. It simply accepts what you impress upon it through your conscious assumptions, and then works faithfully to bring these assumptions into your visible. The third law governing your transformation is the law of expression. What you express, you experience. What you experience, you become. Therefore, to enter your season of new blessings, you must express the qualities and characteristics of Dekla. If you desire abundance, express generosity. If you desire love, express love. If you desire success, express the qualities of success, confidence, competence, persistence, and optimistic expectation. The world mirrors back to you what you express from within. Now let me show you how to apply these laws practically to accelerate your transformation. First, clarify in your mind exactly what you desire. Be specific. If it is a new home, envision in detail. If it is a loving relationship, feel the presence of your ideal partner. If it is career advancement, see yourself performing your new role with confidence and skill. Next, create a scene in your imagination that implies the fulfillment of your desire. This scene, when entered into fully, produces a sense of naturalness and reality. It should be a scene that would naturally occur after your desire is realized. For instance, if your desire is for a promotion at work, imagine a friend congratulating you on your new position. Hear their voice, feel their handshake or embrace, experience the joy of sharing your good news. Make it as vivid and real as possible. Then, in a state of deep relaxation, preferably just before sleep when your mind is most receptive, enter into this scene. Become so absorbed in it that it feels more real than your present circumstances. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the sense of fulfillment that would be yours if your desire were already accomplished. Do this night after night, and you will be amazed at how quickly your outer world begins to reorganize itself to match your inner conviction. This is not magic. It is the operation of spiritual law. One of the most common obstacles to transformation is the tendency to look for evidence in the outer world before believing in the reality of your original act. But this is backwards. You must believe in order to see, not see in order to believe. In the Gospel of Mark, Jesus says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours." Note the tense, believe that you have received it, not that you will receive it. This is the secret of successful prayer. Prayer is not begging or pleading with a God outside yourself. True prayer is the feeling of gratitude and fulfillment that comes from consciously entering the state of your wish fulfilled. When you pray in this manner, you activate the creative power of your subconscious mind, which then works tirelessly to bring about the conditions necessary for the fulfillment of your desire. Another obstacle to transformation is the habit of negative self-talk and doubt. Many of you sabotage your own transformation by continually affirming your limitations and problems. Remember, your word is your wand. Whatever you affirm with conviction becomes your experience. Therefore, guard your thoughts and words carefully. Speak as though your desires are already fulfilled. Use the language of fulfillment, not of want or lack. Instead of saying, "I want better health," say, "I am grateful for my vibrant health." Instead of saying, "I need more money," say, "I am abundantly supplied with anything I need." This is not self-deception. It is the conscious use of the creative power of your word to establish a new pattern in your subconscious mind. Now let us go deeper into the nature of this season of transformation. A season suggests a period of time with a beginning and an end. But from the perspective of divine mind, time is an illusion. All states of consciousness exist simultaneously in the eternal now. What appears to you as a process unfolding over time is, in reality, the movement of your awareness from one state to another. The state you desire already exists in its completeness. Your transformation is simply the journey of your consciousness from where you are to where you wish to be. This journey, while it appears to take place in time, is actually a shift in identity. You are moving from one concept of self to another. As your self-concept changes, your experience changes to match it. In the book of Exodus, when Moses asked God for his name, God replied, "I am that I am." This is the foundation of all transformation. Whatever you attach to the statement "I am" defines your reality. Change your "I am," and you change your life. If you habitually declare, "I am sick, I am broke, I am unlucky in love," you bind yourself to these conditions. But when you boldly declare, "I am whole, I am abundantly supplied, I am loved and loving," you set in motion the forces that will transform your experience to match these declarations. The power of the "I am" cannot be overestimated. It is the creative power of God in you, and it shapes your world according to your use of it. Therefore, be supremely careful of what you attach to these two potent words. Now, as you enter this season of transformation, you must be willing to let go of the old to make way for the new. This is the principle of death and rebirth that we see throughout nature and scripture. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "Unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alone, but if it dies, it bears much fruit." This is the pattern of all genuine transformation. The old self must die for the new self to be born. This does not mean physical death, but the death of old concepts, old beliefs, and old patterns of thought that no longer serve your highest good. As you let go of these limitations, you create space for your new blessings to manifest. Many of you cling to your problems, your grievances, your stories of limitation and lack, as though they were precious possessions. But I tell you, you must be willing to release them, to let them die, in order to experience the rebirth of your consciousness in a higher state. This release happens not by fighting against the old, but by simply occupying a new state of consciousness. As you persist in your new assumption, the old fades away naturally, just as darkness disappears with the coming of light. Let me share with you another principle that will orchestrate your transformation, the principle of Sabbath. In the biblical tradition, the Sabbath is a day of rest, a day when one ceases from all labor and simply enjoys the fruits of previous work. In the context of conscious creation, the Sabbath represents the mental attitude of rest that comes from knowing that your work is done. After you have performed your imaginal act, entering fully into the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you must rest in the conviction that the seed has been planted and will, in due course, bear fruit. This rest is not inactivity, but a peaceful confidence, a cessation of anxiety and effort. It is the opposite of the frantic striving that characterizes so much of human endeavor. When you truly understand that your imaginal act is the cause, and that the outer manifestation must follow as effect, you can rest from your mental labor. You need not constantly repeat your imaginative work or worry about results. The seed has been planted, and it will grow in its appointed time. This Sabbath state of mind is crucial to successful manifestation. Many of you sabotage your creative work by continually digging up the seed to see if it's growing. You vacillate between states, sometimes believing in your desires' fulfillment, sometimes doubting, sometimes hoping, sometimes fearing. But the law operates with mathematical precision. What you sow, you reap. If you sow a seed of fulfillment by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and then rest in that assumption, the harvest is certain. Now let us address another aspect of this season of transformation, the role of divine timing. While all states exist now in the realm of pure potential, their expression in your three-dimensional reality unfolds according to what Scripture calls the fullness of time. In Ecclesiastes, it is written, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven." Divine timing is perfect, and it takes into account factors beyond your conscious awareness. Sometimes there are lessons to be learned, understandings to be gained, or preparations to be made before your desire can manifest in its fullest form. Trust the wisdom of your deeper self, which knows the perfect timing for all things. This does not mean passive waiting. It means actively maintaining the consciousness of your wish fulfilled while going about your daily life with confidence and peace. The bridge of incidents that leads to your desire's fulfillment is being built, even when you cannot yet see it. Often, what appears to be a delay or even a setback is actually part of the perfect pattern leading to your good. In hindsight, you will see that every step of the journey was necessary and perfectly timed. Remember too, that transformation rarely happens in a straight line. There may be periods of rapid change followed by plateaus where nothing seems to be happening. There may be temporary setbacks or challenges that test your faith in the process. These apparent obstacles are not indications of failure, but opportunities for deeper understanding and stronger commitment to your vision. Each challenge overcome strengthens your faith in the creative power within you and prepares you for greater expansions of that power. The key is to maintain your chosen state of consciousness regardless of appearances. This is what Jesus meant when he said, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment." Righteous judgment is judgment according to the truth of your being, not according to temporary conditions. When outer circumstances seem to contradict your inner assumption, that is the time to stand firm in your conviction. Reaffirm the truth of your being. Re-enter the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Remember that appearances are the effects of past thinking, while your present assumption is creating your future experience. This steadfastness in the face of contrary evidence is the mark of spiritual maturity. It is the faith that moves mountains. It is the certainty that what is impressed on your subconscious mind must express itself in your outer world, regardless of seeming impossibilities. Now, let us consider another dimension of your transformation, the transformation of your relationships. Many of you desire changes in your relationships with others, more love, more understanding, more harmony, more mutual respect. The principle that governs all relationships is simple yet profound. You can only experience in others what you first find in yourself. Your relationships mirror your self-concept. How you see yourself determines how others see and treat you. If you feel unworthy of love, you will find evidence of your unworthiness in your relationships. If you feel worthy of the highest love and respect, you will experience that worthiness reflected back to you by others. Therefore, to transform any relationship, you must first transform your concept of yourself in relation to the other person. See yourself as loving and loved, as understanding and understood, as appreciating and appreciated. Feel the reality of this new relationship within yourself and persist in this feeling until it externalizes in your experience. Remember too that everyone in your life is yourself pushed out. They are acting according to your concept of them. Change your concept, and their behavior towards you must change. This does not mean manipulating others or imposing your will upon them. It means recognizing that your consciousness is the cause of your experience of others and taking responsibility for that consciousness. When you truly grasp this principle, you will no longer blame others for your relationship problems. You will recognize that the power to transform all your relationships lies within you, in your concept of yourself and others. This brings us to another important aspect of your season of transformation, the role of gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a pleasant emotion. It is a transformative force that accelerates the manifestation of your desires. When you express gratitude for what you have received in imagination, you affirm the reality of your desire's fulfillment. You align your emotional state with the state of fulfillment, and this alignment is magnetic to similar experiences in your outer world. Gratitude also keeps you focused on abundance rather than lack. What you focus on expands in your experience. When you count your blessings multiply. When you dwell on your problems persist and grow. Therefore, make gratitude a daily practice. Before sleep each night, review the events of your day and find reasons to be grateful. Include in your gratitude not only what is already manifested, but also what exists in your imagination as fulfilled desire. Thank God, your wonderful human imagination, for the perfect fulfillment of your desires. Feel the joy and relief of problems solved, desires fulfilled, and prayers answered. This attitude of thankfulness is the fertile soil in which the seeds of your desires grow and flourish. Now I want to address a question that many of you have asked. What about the desires that seem to go unfulfilled despite your faithful application of these principles? First, understand that no sincere desire placed in your heart is ever denied. What appears as denial is redirection, or the manifestation of something better than what you initially conceived. Second, examine your consciousness honestly. Are you maintaining two opposing states simultaneously? Are you affirming abundance while secretly fearing lack? Are you claiming health while dwelling on symptoms? This divided mind dilutes the power of your creative imagination. James wrote, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Let not that man think he shall receive anything of the Lord." Single-mindedness, unwavering focus on your desired state is essential for successful manifestation. Third, consider whether your desire is truly your own or an adopted belief about what you should want. True desires come from your deeper self and are charged with emotional energy. Artificial desires, those based on social expectations or comparison with others, lack this emotional charge completely, if at all. Finally, be open to the possibility that your deeper self knows better than your conscious mind what will truly fulfill you. Sometimes what appears an unfulfilled desire is actually your higher self guiding you towards something more aligned with your true purpose and joy. Trust this inner wisdom. It is the voice of God within you, leading you to your highest good, even when the path differs from your conscious expectations. As we move deeper into this teaching of transformation, I want to emphasize the importance of persistence. Many of you begin well applying these principles with enthusiasm, but abandon your efforts when results are not immediately apparent. Persist in your chosen state is crucial. In the parable of the sower, Jesus speaks that the seed that fell on good ground brought forth fruit 30-fold, 60-fold, and some 100-fold. The difference in yield was not in the quality of the seed, but in the conditions that allowed for full development. Your imaginal act is the seed. The soil is your subconscious mind. The conditions that determine the harvest are your persistence in maintaining the feeling of your wish fulfilled, your emotional commitment to your vision, and your unwavering faith in the creative process. Some desires manifest quickly, others take longer. The time required depends on many factors: the nature of the desire, the gap between your current state and your desired state, the degree of conviction with which you hold your new assumption, and the readiness of your subconscious mind to accept the new pattern. Do not be discouraged by apparent delays. Remember Habakkuk's words, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, for it surely come. It will not tarry." This paradoxical statement, "though it tarry, it will not tarry," suggests that while there may seem to be a delay from your time-bound perspective, from the eternal perspective, every desire manifests at exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. Trust the process. Hold steady in your assumption. Know that the laws of mind are as reliable as the laws of physics. What you have planted in consciousness must manifest in experience, according to the pattern you have established. Now let us consider another dimension of your season of transformation, the transformation of your purpose and contribution to the world. Many of you desire not only personal fulfillment, but also the opportunity to make a meaningful difference in the lives of others. This desire for significance, for contribution, for leaving a positive mark on the world is one of the noblest aspects of human nature. It reflects your understanding, conscious or unconscious, that you are more than a physical being seeking physical satisfactions. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. And your greatest joy comes from expressing your spiritual nature through service and contribution. How then do you transform your sense of purpose and maximize your contribution? By the same principle that governs all transformation, a change in consciousness. See yourself as already fulfilling your highest purpose. Feel the satisfaction of making your unique contribution. Experience in imagination the joy of using your special gifts in service to others. Feel the gratitude of those whose lives are touched by your work. As you persist in this new self-concept, opportunities for meaningful service will naturally appear in your experience. You will be guided to the right circumstances, the right people, the right timing for the expression of your purpose. Remember, too, that purpose is not always grand or dramatic. Sometimes the most meaningful contributions are made through simple acts of kindness, through being fully present with another person, through bringing more love and awareness to whatever work you currently do. Your unique purpose is not something you need to invent or acquire. It is already within you, waiting to be recognized and expressed. It is the natural outgrowth of your authentic self, your true identity. As your consciousness transforms through the application of these principles, your sense of identity expands. You begin to recognize yourself as more than a person with a particular name, body, personality, and history. You recognize yourself as an individualized expression of the divine, a unique emanation of the one created consciousness that underlies all existence. This expanded self-awareness is the ultimate transformation, the realization of your true nature. It is what Jesus referred to when he said, "The kingdom of God is within you." It is what Paul meant by Christ in you, the hope of glory. From this awareness, you naturally express your divine nature in ways that bless both yourself and others. Your life becomes a channel for the expression of love, wisdom, creativity, abundance, and joy. Your unique gifts and talents are employed in service to the greater good, not from obligation, but from the overflow of your inner fulfillment. This is the true meaning of your season of transformation. It is not merely a change in circumstances, but an awakening to your divine nature and the limitless possibilities that flow from that awakening. Now, as we approach the conclusion of our discussion, I want to leave you with a practical exercise that will help you anchor these principles in your daily experience and accelerate your transformation. Each night, before you sleep, enter into a state of deep relaxation. Let go of the concerns and activities of the day. Quiet your mind and body until you feel a sense of peace and receptivity. Then, mentally review your day from the perspective of your wish fulfilled. Revise any events that were less than perfect, seeing them now as you would have preferred them to be. Experience the joy of your desires already fulfilled, the relief of your problems already solved, the gratitude for your prayers already answered. Next, select a scene that implies the fulfillment of your heart's desire. Make it short, simple, and as vivid as possible. A handshake of congratulation, a phone call sharing good news, the sight of a new home or car, the feeling of perfect health and energy, whatever scene naturally implies that your desires now are reality. Enter into this scene completely. Be there. Make it as real as possible, engaging all your senses. See the details, hear the sounds, feel the textures and emotions. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your scene, enhancing its reality with each return. Continue this imaginal act until it takes on the feeling of reality, until it feels more real than your present circumstances. Then, rest in the satisfied feeling of your wish fulfilled as you drift off to sleep. This exercise, practiced faithfully, impresses your subconscious mind with the pattern of fulfillment. Your subconscious, which knows no limits and recognizes no impossibilities, then works to bring about the conditions, events, and circumstances necessary for the realization of your desire. Do this not once or twice, but consistently, until your outer world conforms to your inner conviction. Remember, the feeling is the secret. When your imaginal act produces the feeling of fulfillment, the seed has been planted and the harvest is assured. As you practice this exercise night after night, you will notice a gradual shift in your daily consciousness. You will begin to think, feel, and act from the perspective of your wish fulfilled. Your words, actions, and attitudes will naturally align with your inner conviction. This alignment is crucial, for it prevents the inner conflict that so often sabotages manifestation. When your conscious beliefs, your subconscious programming, and your outer expression are all in harmony, you become a powerful channel for the manifestation of your desires. Remember, your transformation is not dependent on outer circumstances or other people. It is an inside job, a shift in consciousness that then expresses itself in changed circumstances. As within, so without. As above, so below. This is the law. And now I want to emphasize a truth that many of you overlook. The law of assumption works not only for specific desires, but also for states of consciousness. You can assume a state of grace, a state of abundance, a state of love, a state of security, or any other state. And this assumption, persisted in, will externalize itself in your experience. In fact, assuming a state is more powerful than focusing on specific objects or events. When you occupy a state, say the state of wealth, specific expressions of wealth naturally follow, without the need for detailed visualization of each manifestation. This is why Jesus taught his disciples to seek first the kingdom of God, the state of fulfillment and rightness, and its righteousness, right use of the creative law, promising that all these things, specific manifestations, would be added unto them. So in your imaginal work, focus not only on specific outcomes, but also on the state of consciousness that those outcomes represent. What state would you be in if your desire were fulfilled? Peace, joy, freedom, security, love. Enter that state in your imagination, embody it fully, and watch as your outer world reshapes itself to match your inner state. This season of transformation that you have entered is not temporary. It is the beginning of a new way of living, a new understanding of yourself and your relationship to the creative power within you. It is the dawn of your conscious participation in the creative process of life. You are not merely a creature of circumstances subject to the whims of chance or the actions of others. You are a creative being endowed with the same creative power that fashioned the universe. This power, your own wonderful human imagination, is God in action, and it is the instrument of your transformation. Use this power consciously, lovingly, and wisely. Use it to create a life that reflects your highest vision of yourself and your world. Use it to bless yourself and others, to bring more love, more beauty, more abundance, and more joy into expression. Know that as you transform your own consciousness, you contribute to the transformation of collective consciousness. Your individual awakening is part of a larger awakening that is occurring throughout humanity. Your light, as it grows brighter, helps illuminate the path for others. This is your season of transformation. God, your own wonderful human imagination, is leading you into blessings. These blessings are not in some distant future. They exist now in your consciousness, waiting to be recognized, claimed, and expressed in your experience. I challenge you to live from this truth, to test it in the laboratory of your own life. Apply these principles faithfully and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. The power is within you. The time is now. Your season of transformation has begun. In closing, let me remind you of a profound truth expressed in the first chapter of Genesis. After each act of creation, God saw that it was good. This is the pattern for your own creative work. See your creation as complete and perfect. Pronounce it good. Rest in the satisfaction of creative fulfillment. Then, like the divine creator of which you are an individualized expression, move on to your next creation, bringing more and more of your infinite potential into expression, blessing yourself and your world in ever-expanding ways. This is your divine destiny. This is your season of transformation. Embrace it fully and step into the greater expression of who you truly are. Thank you for your attention. And may your transformation be swift, complete, and filled with joy. Consider for a moment the power of your imagination. It is not merely a faculty for idle daydreams, but the very foundation of your reality. When you imagine hearing back from someone, you are not engaging in wishful thinking, but in the act of creation itself. For your imagination is God in action. And what you conceive in your mind's eye is destined to manifest in your physical world. The message you awake is not bound by the limitations of time and space. It exists now in this very moment in the realm of infinite possibility. Your task is to enter into the feeling of having already received it. Feel the joy, the excitement, the satisfaction of hearing those words you long to hear. Make it real in your consciousness and watch as the world reshapes itself to match your inner vision. Many of you may doubt the power of this practice. You may think, how can my imagination influence reality? But I say to you, your imagination is reality. It is the God-given power within you to shape your world. When you truly grasp this truth, you will understand that the message you await is not coming from some external source, but from the depths of your own being. The sign you are about to receive is not a coincidence or a stroke of luck. It is the natural consequence of your own mental activity. You have planted the seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, and now it must grow and bear fruit. This is the law of your being, as immutable as the law of gravity. What you assume, you become. What you imagine, you create. Do not make the mistake of ignoring this sign when it appears, for in doing so you are ignoring the very power that created it. Embrace it fully, knowing that it is the materialization of your own divine imagination. Let it serve as proof of the creative power that resides within you, waiting to be harnessed and directed towards your heart's desires. Remember, the world is yourself pushed out. Every person, every circumstance, every event in your life is a reflection of your own consciousness. When you hear back from someone, Know that it is your own self answering your call. You are the author of your life story. And this message is but one line in the grand narrative you are writing with every thought and feeling. Many of you may be wondering, but what if the message doesn't come? What if I imagine and nothing happens? To this I say, revise. If the day ends and you have not received the sign you anticipated, do not accept defeat. Instead, in your imagination, rewrite the day. See yourself receiving the message, feel the emotions associated with it. Make it so vivid and real that you cannot distinguish it from physical reality. For in truth, there is no distinction. Your imaginal act is the reality from which the physical springs forth. As you embark on this practice, you may find that your outer world begins to shift and change. People may react to you differently. Circumstances may align in unexpected ways. Do not be alarmed by these changes, for they are the natural result of your shifted consciousness. You are seeing the first fruits of your imaginal labor, the early signs that your inner vision is taking root in the fertile soil of the physical world. It is crucial that you persist in your assumption. Do not waver in your conviction that you will hear back from someone. Hold fast to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, even when your senses may deny it. For your senses only show you the world that was, not the world that is becoming. Your imagination shows you the world that can be. That must be, if you but hold true to your vision. Consider the biblical story of Abraham, who was promised descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, even in his old age. Against all physical evidence, against the testimony of his senses, he held fast to the promise. He lived in the end, feeling the joy and satisfaction of being a father to multitudes. And in time, the physical world reshaped itself to match his inner conviction. You, too, are called to this level of faith. Not a blind faith in some sort of power, but a knowing faith in the creative power of your own imagination. When you hear back from someone, it will not be because of some cosmic coincidence, but because you have decreed it to be so in the theater of your mind. As you go about your day, carry with you the feeling of having already received the message you await. Let it color your interactions, influence your decisions, shape your mood. For in doing so, you are living from the end. And this is the secret of all successful manifestation. The feeling is the secret, the key that unlocks the door to your desired reality. Do not concern yourself with the how or the when. These belong to the realm of Caesar, the world of effects. You are operating in the realm of cause, the kingdom within. Your task is not to manipulate the external world, but to impress upon your subconscious mind the reality of your desire fulfilled. The bridge of incidents, the means by which your desire will be realized, will form itself without your conscious interference. As you cultivate this practice, you may find that not only do you hear back from someone, but that your entire life begins to transform. For you are not merely changing a single event, but your entire concept of self. You are stepping into the role of conscious creator, aligning yourself with the divine power that shapes worlds. Remember, the message you await is but a symbol of a greater truth, that you are the operant power in your life. You are not a helpless victim of circumstance, but the very source from which all circumstances spring. When you truly internalize this truth, you will no longer anxiously await messages or signs from others. You will know that all power resides within you, and that the entire universe moves to fulfill your assumptions. Do not make the mistake of putting your faith in external forces. The power you seek does not reside in other people, in lucky charms, or in the alignment of the stars. It resides in you, in the infinite creative potential of your imagination. When you hear back from someone, know that it is your own voice echoing back to you from the depths of eternity. As you go forth from this place, carry with you the conviction that your imagination is creating reality moment by moment. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. Paint boldly with vibrant colors and sweeping strokes. create a masterpiece worthy of the divine artist that you are. The sign you await, the message you long to hear, is already yours in the realm of imagination. And what is imagined must be made manifest. For this is the law of your being. Do not question it. Do not doubt it. Simply live in the absolute assurance that it is done. Many of you may be tempted to share your vision with others, to seek validation or support. But I caution you against this. Your imaginal act is a sacred thing, a seed planted in the secret place of the Most High. Nurture it in silence, water it with your faith, and let it grow in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. The world will see the fruits of your labor soon enough. As you await the physical manifestation of your desire, do not become anxious or impatient. These states of mind imply that you do not yet have what you seek, and thus delay its appearance in your world. Instead, cultivate a sense of calm expectancy, the quiet assurance of a thing already possessed. Remember, time is a construct of human mind, a way of organizing experiences in a linear fashion. In the realm of imagination, all things exist now. The message you await is not coming from the future. It exists in this very moment, in the eternal now of your consciousness. Live from this timeless state and watch as the illusion of time bends to accommodate your assumption. You may find as you practice this principle that the specific person from whom you expect to hear becomes less important. For you will realize that they are but a channel through which your own assumption flows. The power does not reside in them, but in you. They are moved by your consciousness, playing the role you have assigned them in the drama of your life. Do not limit yourself by thinking that only one specific person can bring you the message you seek. The entire universe is at your command, ready to rearrange itself to match your inner vision. The message may come from an unexpected source, in an unexpected way. Be open to infinite possibilities, knowing that the how is not your concern. Your only task is to live in the end, to feel the reality of your desire fulfilled. As you go about your daily life, make it a practice to revise any events that seem to contradict your assumption. If a day passes without the expected message, do not accept this as final. In your imagination, rewrite the day. See yourself receiving the message, feel the joy and satisfaction it brings. Make this imaginal act so vivid, so real, that it supersedes the memory of the physical day. This practice of revision is not mere wishful thinking or self-delusion. It is a powerful tool for reshaping your world, for your subconscious mind does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and what you physically experience. By revising events in your imagination, you are literally rewriting your past and consequently altering your future. Many of you may wonder about the morality of using your imagination in this way. Is it right, you may ask, to manipulate reality for my own ends? But I say to you, there is no reality to manipulate outside of your own consciousness. You are not imposing your will on others, but rather awakening to the truth of your own divine nature. In doing so, you liberate not only yourself, but all those around you. As you become more adept at living from the state of the wish fulfilled, you may find that your desires begin to change. What once seemed vitally important may lose its urgency. This is a natural consequence of aligning yourself with your true nature. You are no longer driven by lack or fear, but move from a place of abundance and love. The message you await is but a stepping stone on your journey of awakening. It is a symbol of your growing awareness of the power within you. As you master this principle, you will find that you no longer need external confirmation of your assumptions. You will know with unshakable certainty that what you imagine must come to pass. Do not be discouraged if, at first, you do not see immediate results. The seed you have planted in the garden of your mind needs time to germinate and grow. Water it daily with your faith, nurture it with your unwavering assumption, and in due time it will bear fruit. The law is infallible: what you sow, you must reap. Remember, the world is yourself pushed out. Every person you encounter, every circumstance you face is a reflection of your own consciousness. When you hear back from someone, know that it is your own self answering your call. You are the author of your life story. And this message is but one line in the grand narrative you are writing with every thought and feeling. As you go forth from this place, carry with you the absolute conviction that your imagination is creating reality moment by moment. Every thought, every feeling, every assumption is a brush stroke on the canvas of your life. Paint boldly with vibrant colors and sweeping strokes. Create a masterpiece worthy of the divine artist that you are. The sign you await, the message you long to hear, is already yours in the realm of imagination. And what is imagined must be made manifest, for this is the law of your being. Do not question it, do not doubt it. Simply live in the absolute assurance that it is done. Many of you may be wondering about the timing of this manifestation. When you ask, will I receive this message? But I say to you, time is a construct of the human mind, an illusion born of our limited perspective. In the realm of imagination, all things exist now. Your task is not to wait for some future moment, but to enter fully into the reality of your desire fulfilled in this very instant. Imagine, if you will, that you are standing before a great mirror. This mirror reflects not your physical appearance, but the contents of your consciousness. What do you see reflected there? Do you see anxiety, doubt, fear of rejection? Or do you see the calm assurance of one who knows their desire is already fulfilled? The choice is yours. And it is a choice you make moment by moment with every thought and feeling. As you cultivate the feeling of having already received the message you await, you may find that your entire being begins to shift. You may walk differently, speak differently, interact with others in a new way. This is natural and to be expected. For you are no longer the person who is waiting to hear back from someone. You are now the person who has heard, who has received, who is living in the joyous reality of their desire fulfilled. Do not be surprised if, as you practice this principle, you begin to attract new and unexpected experiences. The message you await may come in a form you had not anticipated. It may come from a person you had not considered. This is the bridge of incidents forming itself, the means by which your assumption is made manifest in the physical world. Trust in this process, knowing that the infinite intelligence of your subconscious mind far exceeds your conscious planning. Remember, the power to create your reality does not reside in some external force, but in the very depths of your own being. You are not a powerless supplicant begging the universe for favors. You are the universe itself, molding reality with the infinite power of your imagination. When you truly grasp this truth, you will understand that the message you await is not coming to you, but from you. As you go about your day, make it a practice to catch yourself in moments of doubt or anxiety. When you find your mind wandering to thoughts of what if, or when will it happen, gently but firmly bring yourself back to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Feel the joy, the relief, the satisfaction of having already received the message. Make this feeling more real to you than the evidence of your physical senses. Many of you may find this practice challenging at first. You may struggle to maintain the feeling of the wish fulfilled in the face of seeming contradictions in your physical reality. But I say to you, persist, for it is in these moments of challenge that your faith is strengthened, your imagination honed, and your creative power realized. Consider for a moment the story of the prophet Elijah, who commanded the rain to fall after years of drought. He did not stand beneath clear skies and doubt. He did not question the timing or the means. He lived in the absolute assurance that the rain was coming, so much so that he sent his servant 7 times to look for a cloud. And on the 7th time, a small cloud appeared, no bigger than a man's hand. From this tiny manifestation, a great rain was born. You too are called to this level of faith. The message you await may at first appear as a small sign, a tiny cloud on the horizon of your consciousness. Do not despise these small beginnings, for from them great manifestations are born. Nurture them with your faith, water them with your unwavering assumption, and watch as they grow into the full realization of your desire. As you become more adept at living from the state of the wish fulfilled, you may find that your entire perception of reality begins to shift. What once seemed solid and immutable may reveal itself as fluid and responsive to your consciousness. This is not cause for alarm, but for celebration. For you are awakening to the true nature of reality, to the limitless creative power that resides within you. Do not make the mistake of sharing your vision with those who may doubt or discourage you. Your imaginal act is a sacred thing, a seed planted in the secret place of the Most High. Nurture it in silence, protect it from the cold winds of skepticism and disbelief. Let it grow strong in the fertile soil of your own unwavering faith. As you go forth from this place, carry with you the absolute knowing that the message you await is already yours. It exists now, in this very moment, in the eternal realm of your imagination. Your task is not to make it happen, but to align yourself with the reality of its existence. Live from that place of fulfillment and watch as the world reshapes itself to match your inner vision. Remember, the outer world is a reflection of your inner state. If you find yourself constantly checking your phone, anxiously awaiting a message, know that this state of lack and anxiety is what you are creating. Instead, live as though the message has already been received. Feel the peace, the satisfaction, the completion that comes with it. This is the state from which your desire will manifest. Many of you may be wondering about the actions you should take in the physical world. Should I reach out, you ask? Should I make the first move? But I say to you, the most powerful action you can take is to act from the state of the wish fulfilled. If in your imagination you have already received the message, how would you behave? What would your demeanor be? Live from that state and let your actions flow naturally from it. As you practice living from the end, you may find that your desire begins to take on new dimensions. What started as a simple wish to hear back from someone may blossom into a deeper understanding of your own worth, your own completeness. For in truth, the fulfillment you seek does not come from outside yourself, but from the realization of your own divine nature. Do not be discouraged if at times you falter in your assumption. We are human, and it is natural for doubts to arise. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts or break yourself for having them. Simply acknowledge them, and then gently return to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Each time you do this, you are strengthening your ability to consciously create your reality. Remember, the law of assumption is not a tool for controlling others or bending them to your will. It is a means of aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, of realizing your own divine nature. When you hear back from someone, it will not be because you have manipulated them, but because you have transformed yourself. You have become the person who naturally, effortlessly receives such messages. As you go forth from this place, carry with you the absolute conviction that your imagination is creating reality moment by moment. The message you await is already yours in the realm of imagination. Live from that state of fulfillment, feeling the joy and satisfaction of having received it. Let this feeling permeate your entire being, coloring your thoughts, your words, your actions. For in doing so, you are living from the end, and this is the secret of all successful manifestation. Remember, you are the operant power in your life. The entire universe moves to fulfill your assumptions. Do not put your faith in external forces or chance occurrences. Put your faith in the creative power of your own imagination. For it is not some distant deity or capricious fate that shapes your world, but the God within you, expressing itself through your thoughts and feelings. Live from this knowing and watch as your world transforms before your very eyes. The message you await is but the first step on a journey of infinite possibility and boundless creation. Let us delve deeper into this revelation. You see, each one of you carries within you a divine spark, a light so brilliant that it cannot be contained. It is the essence of your being, the core of your existence. This light is not something external to you, nor is it something you need to acquire or earn. It is you in your purest, most authentic form. For too long, many of you have allowed this light to be dimmed by the shadows of doubt, fear, and limitation. You have listened to the whispers of the world that tell you to shrink, to conform, to settle for less than what you truly are. But I say to you now, those days are over. The time has come for you to fully embrace the radiance within you. Imagine, if you will, a dark room. It matters not how vast this darkness may seem. For the moment you light a single candle, the darkness begins to recede. Your inner light is far more powerful than any candle. It is a beacon, a sun unto itself. As you allow this light to shine forth, you will find that the darkness of your doubts and fears cannot withstand its brilliance. Now, let us consider the phrase, "they are alerted." Who are these mysterious they that I speak of? They are not external entities or judgmental forces waiting to scrutinize your every move. No, they are the infinite possibilities that exist within the universe. They are the dormant potentials within you that have been waiting for this very moment to spring into action. When your light shines at its fullest, it sends a signal across the vastness of existence. It alerts the very fabric of reality that you are ready. Ready for what, you might ask? Ready to step into the fullness of your being. Ready to claim the life that has been waiting for you. Ready to become the person you have always known deep down that you could be. This alertness, this awakening, it ripples out from you in all directions. It touches the lives of those around you, inspiring them to recognize their own light. It reaches into the future, shaping the events and circumstances that are yet to come. It even stretches into the past, reframing your memories and experiences in the light of this new understanding. My friends, this alertness is not something to fear or shy away from. It is a celebration, a cosmic acknowledgement of your readiness to step into your power. Embrace it fully, for it heralds the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Now let us explore the profound significance of the words "this was meant to find you no low." There is a divine timing to all things in the universe. Just as a seed requires the right conditions to sprout and grow, so too does your awakening require the perfect moment to unfold. This moment, right here and now, is that perfect time. It is no coincidence that you are hearing these words, that you are feeling stirring within your soul. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has orchestrated this precise moment for you to receive this message. Think back on your life, on the path that has led you to this very instant. Every experience, every challenge, every triumph, and every setback, they have all been preparation for this moment. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been in vain. All of it has been leading you here to this awakening, to this recognition of your inner light. You might ask, why now? Why not earlier or later? The answer, my dear friends, is simple yet profound. You are ready now in a way that you have never been before. Your experiences have shaped you, your challenges have strengthened you, and your triumphs have given you the confidence to take this next step. The now is all we ever truly have. The past is but a memory, the future a dream. But this moment, this precious now, is where your power lies. It is in this now that you can choose to let your light shine at its brightest. It is in this now that you can alert the universe to your readiness. It is in this now that you can step into the fullness of your being. Let us delve deeper into the nature of this light within you. It is not merely a metaphor or a poetic notion. This light is the very essence of your consciousness, the core of your awareness. It is the part of you that observes, that experiences, that knows. This light of consciousness is eternal and unchanging. It has been with you since the moment of your birth, and it will remain with you until your last breath and beyond. It is the constant amidst the ever-changing landscape of your life. Circumstances may shift, emotions may come and go, thoughts may arise and pass away, but this light of awareness remains steadfast. When I say that your light is shining, I am speaking of a fundamental shift in your relationship with this inner radiance. It is a shift from identifying solely with the content of your experience, your thoughts, emotions, and sensations, to recognizing yourself as the awareness in which all these experiences arise. As your light shines brighter, you begin to see the world through new eyes. The problems and challenges that once seemed insurmountable begin to appear as opportunities for growth and transformation. The limitations that you once accepted as unchangeable truths reveal themselves as mere illusions, ready to dissolve in the brilliance of your awakened consciousness. This shining light within you has the power to transform not only your inner world, but also the world around you. As you move through life with this heightened awareness, you become a beacon for others. Your presence alone can inspire change, can awaken others to their own inner light. Now let us turn our attention to the concept of being alerted. This alertness is not a state of anxious vigilance or constant stress. Rather, it is a state of heightened awareness, of being fully present and alive to the richness of each moment. When you are truly alert, you are able to perceive the world with clarity and freshness. You see beyond the surface appearances of things to the deeper truths that lie beneath. This alertness allows you to respond to life with wisdom and grace rather than merely reacting based on old patterns and conditioning. Being alerted also means being open to the messages and signs that the universe is constantly sending your way. These messages can come in many forms: a chance encounter, a book that falls open to just the right page, a sudden insight or intuition. When you are alert, you are able to recognize and act upon these divine nudges, allowing yourself to be guided towards your highest good. Moreover, this state of alertness extends beyond your individual self. As your light shines brighter, it sends ripples through the collective consciousness of humanity. You become part of a growing wave of awakening that is sweeping across the planet. Your individual transformation contributes to the transformation of the whole. This brings us to the profound truth that this was meant to define you now. There is a divine orchestration at play in the universe, a cosmic dance in which each of us has a unique and irreplaceable role. Your awakening, your shining light, your state of alertness, all of these are not just for your own benefit, but for the benefit of all. You see, my dear friends, you are not separate from the universe. You are not isolated individuals struggling against a hostile world. You are integral parts of the cosmic whole, expressions of the infinite consciousness that permeates all of existence. When I say that this message was meant to find you now, I am pointing to the perfect timing of the universe. You are hearing these words, feeling this awakening at precisely the right moment, not just for you, but for the entire tapestry of existence. Imagine, if you will, a vast and intricate tapestry. Each thread in this tapestry represents a life, a consciousness, a journey. Your thread, with its unique colors and textures, is woven into this grand design in a way that is absolutely perfect. The moment of your awakening, the shining of your light, creates a brilliant gleam in this tapestry that affects the entire pattern. This precious moment of realization is a confluence of countless factors and influences. It is the result of every choice you have ever made, every experience you have ever had, combined with the choices and experiences of every other being in existence. It is a moment that has been in preparation since the beginning of time. Let us explore further the implications of your light shining and the universe being alerted to your awakening. This alertness is not a one-time event, but the beginning of a new way of being in the world. From this moment forward, you have the opportunity to live in a state of constant communion with the divine intelligence that permeates all of existence. As your light shines brighter, you will find that the world responds to you in new and wonderful ways. Opportunities that you never could have imagined will present themselves. Relationships will deepen and become more meaningful. Your work, whatever it may be, will take on a new sense of purpose and fulfillment. This is because when your light shines at its brightest, you are in alignment with the fundamental creative force of the universe. You become a clear channel through which divine inspiration can flow. Ideas, insights, and inspirations will come to you with increasing frequency and clarity. But remember, my dear friends, with this awakening comes a great responsibility. As your light shines brighter, as the universe is alerted to your presence, you have a duty to use this heightened awareness for the highest good of all. You are being called to be a force for positive change in the world, to use your unique gifts and talents in service of something greater than yourself. This doesn't mean you need to dramatically change your external circumstances or take on some grand, world-changing mission, unless, of course, you feel called to do so. Rather, it means bringing the light of your awakened consciousness to everything you do, no matter how seemingly small or insignificant. It means treating each person you encounter with kindness and respect, recognizing the divine light within them. It means approaching your work, whatever it may be, with dedication and integrity. It means making choices that are aligned with your highest values and the greatest good for all. As you embrace this responsibility, you will find that your life takes on a new depth of meaning and purpose. You will no longer be driven by the petty concerns of the ego, the need for validation, the fear of lack, the desire for control. Instead, you will be moved by a deeper wisdom, a profound love for life in all its forms, a desire to contribute to the evolution of consciousness on our planet. Now let us delve deeper into the significance of this message, finding you now low. The now is not just a point in time, but a gateway to the eternal. When you are fully present in the now, you step out of the stream of time and into the vast ocean of pure being. In this now, all possibilities exist simultaneously. The past, with all its joys and sorrows, its triumphs and mistakes, is no longer a burden to be carried, but a treasure trove of wisdom to be appreciated. The future, with all its hopes and fears, is no longer a source of anxiety, but a canvas upon which you can paint your grandest visions. This now is the point of power, the fulcrum upon which your entire life can turn. It is in this now that you can make the choice to let your light shine at its brightest. It is in this now that you can open yourself fully to the alertness of the universe. It is in this now that you can step into the life you were always meant to live. My dear friends, I urge you to embrace this now with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. Let go of any regrets about the past or worries about the future. They have no power in this eternal now. Instead, focus all your attention, all your energy on being fully present in this moment. Feel the aliveness in your body. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Observe the thoughts and emotions that pass through your awareness. And behind it all, recognize the unchanging presence of your true self, the light of pure consciousness that is your eternal essence. As you sink deeper into this now, you may begin to experience a profound shift in your perception. The boundaries between you and the world around you may start to blur. You may feel a deep sense of connection with all of life, a recognition that you are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. This is the ultimate revelation, the deepest truth that this message was meant to awaken in you. You are not just a small, limited self struggling to survive in a vast and indifferent universe. You are the universe itself, experiencing itself through the unique perspective of your individual consciousness. Your light is shining because it is the light of the cosmos itself, focused through the lens of your particular life circumstances. They are alerted because the entire universe is becoming aware of itself through you. This message was meant to find you now, because now is the eternal moment in which all of creation is constantly unfolding. As you integrate this profound truth, your life will begin to transform in ways you can scarcely imagine. The fears and limitations that once held you back will dissolve in the light of this new understanding. The love and compassion that are your true nature will flow freely, touching and transforming everything in your life. You will begin to see that every circumstance, every encounter, every challenge is an opportunity for growth and awakening. Nothing will be wasted, nothing will be meaningless. Every moment will be filled with the potential for divine revelation. My dear friends, as we near the end of this discourse, I want to emphasize once again the profound significance of this moment. Your light is shining with a brilliance that cannot be ignored. The universe itself is alerted to your awakening. And this message, this realization was meant to find you precisely now. Do not let this moment pass you by. Do not return to the old patterns of thought and behavior that have kept your life deterred. Instead, make a commitment right now to live from this new understanding. Let your light shine in every aspect of your life. Be alert to the messages and opportunities that the universe is constantly sending your way. And remember that every now is a new beginning, a fresh opportunity to step into the fullness of your being. You are far more powerful than you have ever imagined. You are far more beautiful than you have ever believed. You are far more important to the unfolding of the cosmos than you have ever realized. Your light, your consciousness, your very being is an essential thread in the grand tapestry of existence. So shine, my dear friends. Shine with all the brilliance that is your true nature. Let your light illuminate the darkest corners of your own being and spread out to touch the lives of all those around you. Be alert to the magic and wonder that surrounds you at every moment. And know deep in your heart that you are exactly where you are meant to be, awakening to your true nature at precisely the right moment. This is your time. This is your moment. This now is the gateway to all that you have ever dreamed of being. Step through it with courage and conviction. Embrace the light that you are. And watch in awe as the universe responds to your awakening. As new possibilities unfold before you, as your light becomes a living testament to the power of consciousness. Remember, this message was meant to find you now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. In this eternal present moment, you have all of the power you need to transform your life and contribute to the transformation of our world. Use this power wisely, use it lovingly. Use it for the highest good of all. Your light is shining, my dear friends. The universe is alerted. And this was all meant to happen right now. Embrace it fully and step into the magnificent future that awaits you. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step is taken right here, right now, as you allow your light to shine at its brightest. Go forth with confidence, with joy, with an open heart and a clear mind. Let your light guide you on the path of your highest destiny. And know that as you do so, you are playing your unique and irreplaceable role in the grand symphony of cosmic evolution. Your light is shining. They are alerted. This was meant to find you now. Embrace this truth. Embody it, live it fully. And watch in wonder as your life becomes a living miracle, a testament to the infinite potential that resides within each and every one of us. Thank you for hearing these words, for opening your heart to this message. May your light continue to shine ever brighter, illuminating the path for yourself and for all those whose lives you touch. Go now and be the light that you truly are. For a moment, take a deep breath. Let go of every thought that ties you to the world outside. There is something I must tell you, something that will change your life forever. You have been searching, trying, hoping, and yet the one thing that holds you back
is your inability to feel. You want to see proof first, to touch it, to grasp it with your hands, but this is not how creation works. The secret lies in your ability to assume, to believe, and most importantly, to feel that what you desire is already yours. Right now, I ask you, what do you want? Is it love, success, wealth, health? It does not matter, for all things are possible when you learn to feel. The moment you allow yourself to step into the reality of your wish fulfilled, the unseen forces move to bring it into form. You do not need permission from the world. You do not need to beg, to struggle, to chase. You only need to shift within, to accept without resistance that your desire is already yours. Tonight, before you sleep, I ask you to do this. Enter that drowsy state, that quiet moment before dreams take over, and imagine yourself living the life you desire. But do not just see it. Feel it. Feel the warmth of love if you seek companionship. Feel the joy of success if you desire wealth. Feel the ease of health if you long for healing. Hold on to that feeling until it becomes natural, until it feels like home. Release it. Walk in faith. Do not search for signs. The world must follow what you have already accepted as true. You are the creator, the architect of your own destiny. When you feel something is real, it is already done. There is a hidden force within you, one that has been overlooked, dismissed, and misunderstood. It is not found in effort, struggle, or force. Yet it has the power to shape your reality, to turn your desires into tangible experiences. This force is feeling. You have been taught to believe that hard work, persistence, and external actions are the primary tools for success. You have been told that if you want something, you must chase it relentlessly, work tirelessly, and fight against the odds. But what if I told you that the secret is not in effort, but in knowing, in assuming, in feeling your desire as already fulfilled? This is the key that unlocks the unseen and brings it into form. Right now, think of the one thing you truly desire. Perhaps it is financial abundance, a loving relationship, vibrant health, or success in a chosen field. Whatever it may be, notice how your mind instinctively calculates how it will come, how long it will take, or whether it is even possible. This is the conditioning of the physical world, a world that demands proof before belief. But creation does not work this way. The truth is the reverse. Believe first, and the proof will follow. Everything you have in your life right now is a reflection of past assumptions and dominant feelings. You did not consciously struggle for every single thing you possess. Much of it came naturally because, at some level, you felt it was yours. The house you live in, the people you interact with, the circumstances you find yourself in, all of it was once an invisible feeling, a silent assumption, a state you occupied within before it materialized without. The mistake many make is trying to force a new reality while still feeling lack, doubt, or desperation. They visualize wealth while feeling poor. They affirm love while feeling lonely. They work hard but carry the underlying belief that success is difficult. This contradiction keeps them stuck, for it is not the thought alone that manifests, but the feeling behind it. Feeling is the substance of creation. It is the energy that molds reality. You must learn to assume the feeling of already having what you desire. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself living in the fullness of your wish fulfilled, do not merely see it, feel it. Feel the peace of abundance, the security of success, the joy of love. Let it sink into your being until it feels natural, until it no longer feels like a dream, but a memory. This is not daydreaming. This is creation. The moment you accept a feeling as true, reality begins shifting to match it. You may not see changes immediately, but the unseen forces are already at work. Stay faithful to this new feeling, walk in it, speak from it, and most importantly, rest in it. Do not let the outer world deceive you. Circumstances do not matter. Only your inner state does. If you persist in the feeling of your desire fulfilled, the world must conform. It has no choice. For feeling is the secret, and what you feel, you become. Your imagination is the foundation of your reality. Everything you see, touch, and experience in the physical world first existed in the unseen realm of thought. Every great invention, every towering skyscraper, every work of art, and every success story began as an idea, an image held in the mind. But it is not merely thinking or wishing that brings these things to life. It is the assumption that they are real, the feeling of their truth, that causes them to manifest. Your imagination is not a place of idle fantasy. It is the workshop of creation. The reality you live in today is the direct result of what you have imagined and accepted as true in the past. Whether you were aware of it or not, your dominant assumptions shape the course of your life. The relationships you have, the money in your account, the opportunities before you, all of it is a reflection of your inner world. If you wish to change what you see, you must first change what you imagine and feel to be real. Many people believe they are victims of circumstances, but nothing in your external world has power over you unless you accept it as true. The outer world is a shadow, a reflection of your internal state. If you persist in the assumption of lack, struggle, or rejection, your world must mirror that experience. But if you dare to assume and feel the reality of abundance, ease, and love, then your world must shift to reflect that new assumption. Feeling is the bridge between imagination and manifestation. It is not enough to merely think about what you want. You must feel it as if it were already yours. The subconscious mind does not respond to words alone. It responds to emotion, to the depth of conviction behind the thought. If you imagine yourself wealthy while secretly feeling poor, your dominant feeling will win and poverty will persist. But if you assume the feeling of wealth, of security, or financial ease, even before a single dollar appears, the world must rearrange itself to make that assumption real. Your imagination is limitless, and so are the possibilities before you. Nothing is too big, too difficult, or too far beyond reach. The only limits that exist are those you place on yourself through doubt and disbelief. The moment you release these limitations and dwell in the feeling of your desire fulfilled, the world begins to shift. People, events, and opportunities move in ways you could not have predicted. Paths open where there were none before. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. The key is persistence. You must remain faithful to your inner vision regardless of what the outer world shows you. Do not be deceived by temporary appearances. The delay between assumption and manifestation is only an illusion meant to test your faith. If you continue to live in the feeling of your desire, without wavering, without doubting, then what you have imagined will harden into fact. Everything begins within. Your imagination creates your reality, and feeling is the force that brings it to life. Assume the best, feel it as real, and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. The world you see around you is not as solid or fixed as it seems. Everything that appears in your reality is merely a reflection of your past thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. Your senses tell you that circumstances are real, that what is in front of you is all there is. But this is an illusion. The physical world is not the cause of your experiences. It is the effect. The cause is within you. Most people live as though the outside world has power over them. They react to what they see, hear, and feel, believing that circumstances dictate their emotions, their actions, and their possibilities. If they see lack, they believe in lack. If they experience rejection, they assume they are unworthy. They allow what appears now to determine what they will continue to experience. But if you live this way, you are merely chasing shadows. You are allowing the past to repeat itself, because you are holding on to what your senses tell you is true. If you wish to change your reality, You must first detach from what your senses report. Do not let the external world define you. It is not permanent. It is not unchangeable. It is simply a reflection of what you once assumed to be true. To create something new, you must turn your attention inward and shift your inner state. You must feel differently first, before the world can reflect it back to you. Think of a mirror. If you frown into it, it does not smile back at you. The image only changes when you change. Reality works the same way. If you feel poor, neglected, or unworthy, the world will continue to reflect that back to you. But if you assume a new feeling, if you persist in the belief that you are abundant, loved, and successful, the mirror must change. It has no choice. The world is only responding to what you assume to be true. This is why detachment is essential. If you remain emotionally tied to what your senses show you, you will keep reinforcing the same reality. You must rise above appearances and live from a deeper knowing. The knowing that what you feel within now is what will soon become real in the world outside. Ignore the current circumstances if they do not align with your desires. They are nothing more than echoes of old beliefs. They are not permanent. They are not final. Detachment does not mean ignoring your responsibilities or withdrawing from life. It means refusing to be controlled by the illusion of lack, failure, or limitation. It means choosing your inner state rather than letting the world choose it for you. When you master this, you become free. You no longer react to life, you create it. Your only job is to hold on to the feeling of what you desire as if it is already true. The world will catch up. It must. The unseen always precedes the seen. Change how you feel and reality will follow. Let go of doubt, stop reacting, and trust in the unseen power within you. Your world will transform before your eyes. You do not need to beg for what is already yours. You do not need to wish, to hope, or to look outside of yourself for signs that your desire is coming. If you truly understood the power within you, you would know that desire itself is proof of its fulfillment. The moment you desire something, it already exists in an unseen reality. Your only task is to dwell in the end, to assume and feel that it is already yours. Most people live in a state of waiting. They hope, they long, they wish for a future in which their dreams will come true. But in doing so, they keep their desire in the future always just out of reach. They send signals to their subconscious mind that they do not have what they want, and so the world reflects that lack. The secret is not in waiting, but in assuming, in stepping into the state of already having it. Think of your deepest desire. Instead of seeing it as something separate from you, something you must chase or work for, imagine it as already fulfilled. How would you feel if you had it right now? How would you move, speak, and think if it were already done? Let that feeling consume you. Let it become your natural state. The more you dwell in this feeling, the more real it becomes, until the world has no choice but to conform. You do not need to know how your desire will manifest. That is not your concern. The world will rearrange itself in ways you cannot predict. Opportunities will arise, circumstances will shift, and people will play their part, all aligning to bring your assumption into reality. But you must remain faithful to the end result. You must persist in the feeling of fulfillment, regardless of what the outer world currently shows you. This is where many people fail. They begin to assume, to feel the reality of their wish, but then they look around and see no immediate change. Doubt creeps in. They check for signs, they question whether it is working, and they slip back into their old state of longing. This wavering undoes their work. To manifest what you desire, you must remain unmoved by appearances. You must trust that what you have assumed is already in motion, even if there is no visible evidence yet. Think of planting a seed. You do not dig it up every day to check if it is growing. You trust the process, knowing that beneath the surface, unseen forces are at work. The same is true for your desires. Once you have assumed them to be true, your only job is to live in that state, to think, feel, and act as though it is already done. This is the secret of effortless creation. When you stop trying to make things happen and instead dwell in the end, reality bends to match your inner world. What once seemed impossible will unfold naturally, without force or struggle. Simply be the person who already has what they desire, and the world will reflect it. It is law. Every night as you close your eyes and drift into sleep, you stand at the doorway of creation. In this drowsy, relaxed state, your conscious mind fades, and your subconscious becomes highly impressionable. It no longer argues, doubts, or questions. It simply accepts. This is the most powerful moment to reshape your reality, to implant the feeling of your wish fulfilled so deeply that it must manifest in the world around you. Most people go to sleep in a state of worry, regret, or frustration. They replay the troubles of the day, dwell on their struggles, and unknowingly impress these negative feelings upon their subconscious. The next day, they wake up to more of the same circumstances because they have unknowingly recreated them in their sleep. But you can use this time differently. You can enter the state of the wish fulfilled and allow your subconscious to make it real. Before sleep, let go of the outer world. Do not concern yourself with what is happening, what has happened, or what may come. None of that matters. All that matters is the reality you are about to create within. Close your eyes, relax your body, and enter a state of calm. Feel the heaviness of sleep approaching, but remain aware enough to direct your thoughts. This is the perfect moment to assume the feeling of your desire already being yours. See yourself in the life you want, not as an observer, but as a participant. If your desire is love, feel the warmth of it surrounding you. If it is success, hear the words of praise spoken to you. If it is abundance, sense the security and ease of having more than enough. Make the scene as vivid as possible, but more importantly, let it be natural. Do not force it. Let it unfold effortlessly, as though you are recalling a memory rather than creating a fantasy. The key is not just to visualize, but to feel. Feeling is the language of the subconscious. If you simply watch images in your mind without emotion, you are only daydreaming. But the moment you attach a deep, genuine feeling to the scene, as though it is happening now, your subconscious accepts it as truth. And what the subconscious accepts as true, it must bring to life. Persist in this feeling until sleep takes over. Let yourself drift off in the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled. This is not a time to think about how it will happen or to question whether it is working. This is a time to surrender to the feeling of already having what you want. By doing this, you impress your subconscious with the new reality, and it will work tirelessly to manifest it in ways beyond your comprehension. When you wake, resist the urge to doubt. Do not look at the outer world for immediate proof. Simply trust that the seed has been planted and allow it to unfold. The world you wake up to will soon begin to change, aligning itself with the assumption you fell asleep in. This is the secret of effortless creation. If you sleep each night in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the day will come when you no longer have to imagine it, because it will be your reality. Faith is not hoping, wishing, or waiting for proof. Faith is feeling a deep inner knowing that what you have assumed is already yours. The world may show you nothing yet, there may be no physical evidence, but the moment you feel something as real within, it has already begun to materialize. Most people believe only in what they can see, hear, or touch. They wait for confirmation from the outside world before they allow themselves to believe. But this is not faith. Faith does not require proof. Faith is the ability to feel something into being, to trust in the unseen so completely that it must appear in the seen. Right now, whatever you desire, whether it is love, success, wealth, or healing, exists as a possibility. It is not separate from you. The only thing keeping it at a distance is your belief that it is not yet real. But the moment you accept it within, the moment you feel its reality before seeing it, the process of manifestation begins. Your subconscious takes that feeling as truth, and the world around you starts to shift to reflect it. Most people sabotage their own desires by looking for evidence too soon. They assume their wish fulfilled for a moment, then immediately check their surroundings to see if anything has changed. When they see the same circumstances, they doubt, they question, and they fall back into their old state of lack. This wavering cancels out their assumption. You must persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, regardless of what the physical world shows you. Think of a seed planted in the soil. The moment you plant it, the process of growth has already begun, even though you cannot see it yet. If you keep digging it up to check if it is growing, you will only delay its progress. The same is true for your desires. Once you have assumed them as real within, leave them undisturbed. Trust that the unseen forces are working to bring them into form. Feeling is the secret ingredient. It is not enough to simply say, "I believe." You must feel the reality of your desire. If you desire love, feel the warmth and joy of being in that loving relationship now. If you desire success, feel the confidence, the satisfaction, the ease of already being successful. Do not wait for the world to give you permission to feel this way. Feel it now, and the world will follow. Faith is not passive. It is an active state of being. It is living as though your desire is already a fact, speaking as though it is done, walking as though you are the person who already has it. When you truly embody this feeling, you will no longer need proof, because you know it is done. And once you know it is done within, it must become done without. This is the great mystery of creation. The world does not shape your belief shapes the world. Change your inner feeling, hold firm in your faith, and reality will bend to match it. Everything you seek, love, success, abundance, or peace, begins within you. The outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner state. When you learn to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, to trust in the unseen, and to persist in that inner knowing, you become the master of your reality. There is no need to struggle, chase, or doubt. Simply feel it as real, and the world will rearrange itself to match your assumption. Do not be deceived by what your senses show you today. The circumstances you see are only the echoes of past thoughts and beliefs. But you are not bound by them. At any moment, you can step into a new state of being, a new assumption, and watch as your world transforms before you. The key is faith. Not blind hope, but the deep, unwavering feeling that it is already done. If you can fall asleep in the state of your fulfilled desire, if you can carry that knowing throughout your day, and if you can trust that the unseen is more real than the seen, then nothing will be impossible for you. You are the creator of your reality. Feel it, believe it, and it must be so. Thank you.
Let us begin with the first line, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This declaration is a testament to your true nature. When you utter these words with conviction, you are not asking for these qualities to manifest in your life, you are claiming them as your birthright. You see, in the realm of imagination, there is no separation between you and these divine attributes. As you repeat this line, feel the wholeness that permeates every fiber of your being. Experience the perfection that is your natural state. Allow the strength and power to course through your veins, knowing that you are one with the infinite creative force of the universe. Feel the love that radiates from your heart, touching every aspect of your life. Embrace the harmony that brings all elements of your existence into perfect balance. And lastly, let the happiness bubble up from within, for it is your true essence. Now, let us move on to the second line. Everything is working out for my highest good. This statement is a recognition of the divine order that governs all of creation. When you affirm this truth, you are aligning yourself with the cosmic flow of life. You are declaring your trust in the perfect unfolding of events, even when appearances may suggest otherwise. Consider for a moment the tapestry of your life. Each thread, each experience, whether perceived as good or bad, is woven together to create a masterpiece of unparalleled beauty. By affirming that everything is working out for your highest good, you are surrendering to the wisdom of your higher self, the God within you that knows the grand design of your existence. As you repeat this line, feel a sense of peace wash over you. Release all anxiety about the future, all regrets about the past. Know that every circumstance, every challenge, every triumph is conspiring to bring you to your highest expression of self. Trust in the process, for the universe is always moving you towards your greatest good. The third line we shall explore is, I can be what I will to be. This powerful affirmation is a declaration of your given ability to shape your reality. It is a recognition of the creative power that lies dormant within you, waiting to be awakened by your conscious direction. When you state, I can be what I will to be, you are tapping into the infinite potential that is your true nature. You are acknowledging that your current state of being is not fixed, but rather, it is a malleable substance that can be molded by the power of your imagination and belief. As you repeat this line, feel the limitless possibilities opening up before you. See yourself stepping into the shoes of the person you aspire to be. Feel the confidence, the wisdom, the love, and the success of that version of yourself. Know that this ideal is not some distant future possibility, but a present reality in the realm of imagination, waiting to be brought forth into your physical experience. And now we come to the fourth and final line, it is done. These three simple words carry immense power when uttered with absolute faith. It is done is the ultimate affirmation of faith in the creative process. It is a declaration that what you have imagined and felt to be true in your consciousness must inevitably manifest in your outer world. When you say, it is done, you are closing the door on doubt and uncertainty. You are stepping into the knowing that your desire is already reality in the spiritual realm, and it is only a matter of time before it appears in your physical experience. This statement is the period at the end of your declaration, the final seal on your intention. As you repeat it is done, feel the relief and satisfaction of knowing that your desire is already yours. Experience the gratitude for its fulfillment, even before you see any physical evidence. Live in the end, as if your desire has already come to pass, for in truth it has. Now, my dear friends, let us delve deeper into the profound impact these four lines can have on your life when embraced fully and practiced consistently. Remember, the words themselves are not magical. It is the state of consciousness they evoke that holds the true power. When you declare, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy, you are not merely reciting a positive affirmation. You are making a bold claim about your true nature. This statement challenges you to rise above the limitations of your current self-concept and embrace your divine essence. Consider for a moment the implications of truly believing and embodying these qualities. How would your life change if you walked through each day knowing, without a shadow of doubt, that you are whole and complete? How would your relationships transform if you approached every interaction from a place of perfection and love? How would your work evolve if you tapped into your innate strength and power? The beauty of this affirmation lies in its comprehensiveness. It addresses every aspect of your being, your wholeness, your perfection, your strength, your power, your capacity for love, your inner harmony, and your inherent state of happiness. By claiming these qualities as your own, you are aligning yourself with the highest version of yourself, the self that exists in the realm of pure potential. As you continue to repeat this line, allow yourself to feel the truth of these words resonating in every cell of your body. Let them seep into your subconscious mind, replacing old beliefs of lack, inadequacy, or unworthiness. For it is from this elevated state of consciousness that you will begin to attract experiences that mirror your newfound self-image. Moving on to our second line, everything is working out for my highest good. Let us explore the profound shift in perspective this affirmation can bring about. In a world that often seems chaotic and unpredictable, this statement is an anchor of faith and trust in the divine order of the universe. When you truly embrace the belief that everything is working out for your highest good, You liberate yourself from the need to control every aspect of your life. You release the anxiety that comes from trying to force outcomes or manipulate circumstances to fit your limited understanding of what is best for you. This affirmation invites you to adopt a broader perspective, one that recognizes that your higher self, or the God within you, has a grander vision for your life than your conscious mind can comprehend. It challenges you to find the silver lining in every situation, to seek the lesson or the opportunity for growth in every challenge. Imagine how your approach to life would change if you genuinely believed that every experience, whether perceived as positive or negative, was ultimately serving your highest good. How would you handle setbacks or disappointments? How would you approach uncertain situations or difficult decisions? By affirming that everything is working out for your highest good, you are choosing to trust in the perfect unfolding of your life's journey. You are acknowledging that there is a divine intelligence at work, orchestrating events and circumstances in ways that will ultimately lead to your greatest fulfillment and growth. As you continue to repeat this line, allow yourself to relax into a state of deep trust. Feel the weight of worry and anxiety lift from your shoulders. Embrace a sense of excited anticipation for the good that is constantly flowing into your life, even when it comes disguised as challenge or change. Now, let us delve deeper into the third line, I can be what I will to be. This powerful affirmation is a direct challenge to any limiting beliefs you may hold about yourself and your potential. It is a bold declaration of your inherent power to shape your reality and become the person you aspire to be. When you state, I can be what I will to be, you are acknowledging that your current state of being is not fixed or predetermined. You are recognizing that you have the power to consciously choose and create your identity, your capabilities, and your circumstances. This affirmation invites you to step into the realm of infinite possibilities. It challenges you to dream big, to envision the highest version of your claim that vision as your present reality. It is a reminder that you are not bound by your past experiences, your current circumstances, or the opinions of others. Consider for a moment the person you truly desire to be. Perhaps you aspire to be more confident, more loving, more successful, or more creative. As you repeat, I can be what I will to be, see yourself embodying these qualities. Feel the sensation of being that person right here and now, in this present moment. The power of this affirmation lies in its ability to bridge the gap between your current self and your ideal self. By declaring that you can be what you will to be, you are giving yourself permission to grow, to change, to evolve. You are opening yourself up to new possibilities and opportunities that align with your desired state of being. As you continue to work with this affirmation, pay attention to the shifts that occur in your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Notice how you begin to make choices that align with the person you are becoming. Observe how opportunities arise that support your new self-image. And finally, we come to the fourth line, it is done. These three simple words carry immense power when uttered with absolute conviction. It is done is the ultimate affirmation of faith in the creative process. It is a declaration that what you have imagined and felt to be true in your consciousness must inevitably manifest in your outer world. When you say, it is done, you are making a profound statement about the nature of reality. You are acknowledging that creation is finished, that all possibilities already exist in the spiritual realm. Your job is not to make something happen, but rather to align your consciousness with the reality you desire to experience. This affirmation challenges you to live in the end, to adopt the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you declare it is done, you are stepping into the knowing that your desire is already a fact in the spiritual realm. And it is only a matter of time before it appears in your physical experience. Imagine for a moment how you would feel if your heart's desire had already manifested. Would you feel relief, joy, gratitude? As you repeat, it is done, allow yourself to fully experience these emotions. For it is this feeling that is the secret to bringing your desires into physical form. The power of it is done lies in its ability to shift your focus from lack to abundance, from wanting to having. When you truly feel that it is done, you release the anxiety and desperation that often accompany unfulfilled desires. You enter a state of calm knowing, of peaceful expectancy. As you work with these four powerful lines, remember that they are not mere words to be recited mechanically. They are states of consciousness to be lived and experienced. Each line builds upon the others, creating a powerful foundation for manifestation. When you declare, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy, you are aligning yourself with your true divine nature. From this elevated state of being, you naturally trust that everything is working out for my highest good. This trust opens you up to the realization that I can be what I will to be, unleashing your creative power. And finally, by affirming it is done, you seal your intention with unshakable faith. Now let us explore how these four lines can be applied practically in your daily life to attract everything you've been waiting for. Remember, the key is not just to say these words, but to feel their truth in every fiber of your being. Begin each day by standing in front of a mirror and looking deeply into your own eyes. As you gaze at your reflection, say with conviction, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Feel these qualities awakening within you. Allow them to radiate from your being. Carry this feeling with you as you go about your day, letting it inform your interactions and decisions. As you face the various challenges and opportunities that arise throughout your day, remind yourself, everything is working out for my highest good. When you encounter a difficult situation, instead of reacting with frustration or anxiety, pause and repeat this line. Feel the peace and trust that come with knowing that all is unfolding perfectly for your growth and evolution. When you find yourself doubting your abilities or feeling stuck in old patterns, affirm, I can be what I will to be. Use this line as a reminder of your infinite potential. If you aspire to be more confident, act as if you already possess unwavering self-assurance. If you desire to be more successful, carry yourself with the dignity and poise of someone who has already achieved great things. And finally, as you set your intentions and work towards your goals, seal your efforts with the powerful affirmation, it is done. Whether you're visualizing your desired outcome during meditation or taking inspired action towards your dreams, conclude by feeling the relief and gratitude of knowing that your desire is already fulfilled in the spiritual realm. Remember, my dear friends, that consistency is key when working with these four lines. Make them a part of your daily spiritual practice. Repeat them upon waking and before sleeping. Write them in your journal. Meditate on their meaning. Most importantly, strive to embody the states of consciousness they represent. As you consistently apply these four lines in your life, you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your perception and experience. You may find yourself feeling more peaceful and centered, even in the face of challenges. You may observe synchronicities and opportunities aligning with your desires. You may experience a greater sense of flow and ease in your daily life. These shifts are signs that you are successfully aligning your consciousness with the reality you wish to experience. They are indications that you are becoming a vibrational match to your desires, attracting experiences that resonate with your new state of being. However, it's important to remember that manifestation is not always instantaneous. While some desires may manifest quickly, others may take time to unfold in your physical reality. This is where your faith and persistence come into play. Continue to live in the state of wish fulfilled, regardless of appearances. Trust in the perfect timing of the universe. If you find yourself struggling with doubt or impatience, return to these four lines. Use them as a reset button for your consciousness. Allow them to lift you back into the state of knowing and trust. For it is from this elevated state that you become a powerful co-creator with the universe. As you work with these four lines, you may also find that your desires begin to shift and evolve. As you align more closely with your true divine nature, you may discover that some of the things you thought you wanted no longer hold the same appeal. This is a natural part of the growth process. Trust in this evolution of your desires, for it is leading you towards your highest good. Remember, the ultimate goal is not just to acquire things or achieve specific outcomes. The true purpose of these four lines is to awaken you to your own divine nature, to help you realize your oneness with the creative force of the universe. As you embody the consciousness these lines represent, you will find that your outer world naturally aligns with your inner state of being. Now let us delve even deeper into the transformative power of these 4 lines. Consider how they can be applied to various aspects of your life, your relationships, your career, your health, and your spiritual growth. In the realm of relationships, begin by affirming, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This declaration reminds you that you are complete in yourself. You do not need another person to feel whole or worthy. From this place of self-love and completeness, you naturally attract relationships that reflect and enhance your divine nature. As you navigate the ups and downs of relationships, remind yourself everything is working out for my highest good. This affirmation helps you maintain perspective during conflicts or challenges. It allows you to see each interaction as an opportunity for growth and deeper connection. If you desire to improve your relationships or attract a specific kind of partnership, affirm, I can be what I will to be. See yourself as the ideal partner you wish to be. Embody the qualities of love, understanding, and compassion that you desire in your relationships. As you become this person in your imagination, you will naturally begin to show up differently in your interactions. Finally, when you have a specific vision for your ideal relationship, seal it with the affirmation, it is done. Feel the joy and gratitude of already being in this perfect partnership. Live each day from this state of fulfillment, knowing that your outer reality must inevitably align with your inner experience. In the area of career and finances, start by declaring, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This affirmation reminds you that your worth is not determined by your job title or bank balance. You are inherently valuable and deserving of abundance. As you face career challenges or financial uncertainties, affirm, everything is working out for my highest good. This statement helps you maintain faith during periods of transition or apparent setbacks. It allows you to see each experience as a stepping stone towards your ultimate success. If you aspire to advance in your career or increase your financial abundance, state with conviction, I can be what I will to be. Visualize yourself in your ideal role, doing work that you love and that contributes value to the world. Feel the satisfaction of financial freedom and the joy of using your talents to their fullest potential. When you have a clear vision of your career goals or desired financial state, affirm, it is done. Experience the relief and gratitude of already having achieved this success. Allow this feeling to inform your actions and decisions in your current work situation. Regarding your health and well-being, begin each day by affirming, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This declaration aligns you with the truth of your perfect, divine health. It reminds you that your natural state is one of vitality and well-being. When facing health challenges or working towards specific fitness goals, remind yourself everything is working out for my highest good. This affirmation helps you maintain a positive outlook and trust in your body's innate healing abilities. It allows you to see each health-related experience as an opportunity for growth and greater self-awareness. If you desire to improve your health or achieve a specific wellness goal, state with conviction, I can be what I will to be. Visualize yourself embodying vibrant health and vitality. Feel the energy, strength, and vitality coursing through your body. Allow this vision to inspire your daily choices and habits. When you have a clear picture of your ideal state of health, affirm it is done. Experience the joy and gratitude of already possessing perfect health. Let this feeling guide your actions, leading you to make choices that align with your vision of well-being. In the realm of spiritual growth, start by declaring, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. This affirmation aligns you with your true spiritual nature. It reminds you that you are already one with the divine, perfect and complete as you are. As you navigate your spiritual journey, with its moments of clarity and confusion, affirm, everything is working out for my highest good. This statement helps you trust in the process of awakening, even when the path seems unclear. It allows you to see each experience, whether blissful or challenging, as a valuable part of your spiritual evolution. If you aspire to deepen your spiritual connection or develop specific spiritual gifts, state, I can be what I will to be. Visualize yourself as the spiritually awakened being you desire to become. Feel the peace, wisdom, and love that flow through you in this enlightened state. When you have a clear vision of your spiritual path, affirm it is done. Experience the profound peace and unity of already being in complete alignment with your highest self. Allow this state of consciousness to inform your thoughts, words, and actions in your daily life. Now, my dear friends, as we near the conclusion of our exploration of these 4 powerful lines, let us reflect on their collective impact. These statements, when fully embraced and consistently applied, have the power to revolutionize your entire experience of life. By affirming your inherent wholeness and perfection, trusting in the benevolent unfolding of your life, recognizing your power to shape your reality, and sealing your intentions with unwavering faith, you are setting in motion a profound transformation. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, becoming a conscious co-creator of your life experience. As you work with these 4 lines, you may find that your entire perspective on life begins to shift. You may start to see challenges as opportunities, setbacks as setups for comebacks. You may discover a deep well of inner peace that remains undisturbed by external circumstances. You may experience a growing sense of connection to all of life, recognizing the divine essence in yourself and others. Remember, the power of these lines lies not in the words themselves, but in the states of consciousness they evoke. As you repeat them, strive to feel their truth in every cell of your body. Let them saturate your being, transforming your thoughts, emotions, and actions from the inside out. Be patient and compassionate with yourself as you embark on this journey of transformation. Old habits of thought and belief may resist change at first. Doubts may arise. When this happens, simply return to these 4 lines. Use them as a compass to realign yourself with your highest truth. As you consistently apply these principles, you will begin to attract experiences that match your new vibration. You may find that opportunities aligned with your desires seem to appear effortlessly. Relationships may become more harmonious. Your work may take on new meaning and purpose. Your health may improve. Your spiritual connection may deepen. However, remember that the ultimate goal is not just to acquire things or achieve specific outcomes. The true purpose of working with these 4 lines is to awaken you to your own divine nature, to help you realize your oneness with the creative force of the universe. As you embody the consciousness these lines represent, you will find that your outer world naturally aligns with your inner state of being. In closing, I invite you to make these 4 lines a central part of your daily spiritual practice. Begin and end each day by affirming them. Write them in your journal. Meditate on their meaning. Most importantly, strive to live from the state of consciousness they represent. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Everything is working out for my highest good. I can be what I will to be. It is done. Let these words be the foundation upon which you build a life of joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Let them be the keys that unlock the infinite potential within you. For as you align your consciousness with these truths, you become a powerful magnet, attracting everything you've been waiting for and more. Remember, my dear friends, that you are the operant power in your world. Your consciousness is the only reality. What you perceive in your outer world is but a reflection of your inner state. By mastering your inner world through the consistent application of these 4 lines, you gain mastery over your entire life experience. Go forth now with these powerful tools at your disposal. Use them wisely and consistently. Trust in the process even when results are not immediately visible. Have faith in the perfect unfolding of your desires. For as you maintain this elevated state of consciousness, your world must inevitably conform to your vision. You are divine beings, creators of your own reality. Embrace this truth, live from this knowing, and watch as your life transforms in miraculous ways. The power is within you. The time is now. Your desired reality awaits your conscious recognition and acceptance of it. So speak these lines with conviction, feel their truth in your heart, and step boldly into the magnificent life that is your birthright. For in doing so, you not only transform your own experience, but you contribute to the elevation of collective consciousness, creating a ripple effect of positivity and possibility that extends far beyond your individual life. May these 4 lines be a beacon of light on your journey, guiding you always towards your highest good and grandest vision for your life. Trust in their power, for they are not mere words, but keys to unlocking the infinite potential that resides within you. And so it is.